Have you ever wanted to make your own custom sweatshirt, coffee mug, or even t-shirt to sell online? Well, it's easier than ever now with print on demand. Creators are using it to sell merch, people sell products on Etsy, all without having to hold any inventory yourself and pretty low upfront costs. But there are some things you should know about the print on demand business model before you get started.
I've seen a lot of people talk about it on YouTube, and I've kind of actually dabbled in it myself with my merch. So I wanted to talk to you guys today about things you should know before you try print on demand. I know a bunch of you guys are like, what even is print on demand? Print on demand, it basically allows you to make custom products without holding inventory. Products are printed and shipped only after somebody orders them. The major pro is that you don't have to order hundreds of a quantity of something like you normally would if you're manufacturing a custom product. So the upfront cost is very, very low. What people will a lot of times do are custom t-shirts, sweatshirts, whether it's screen printing or embroidery, all kinds of stuff that you can customize and sell. The number one thing you need to know before getting started is that this is a low risk way to try out a product idea. You know, a lot of times if you have an idea for something, you don't really know how it's gonna sell. And so it's a little scary to buy 500 of it. Traditionally, if you are having a custom product made, people aren't gonna touch it unless you're ordering, you know, at least 200, 500, you're putting thousands of dollars into it. You then need to store the product somewhere or pay to store the product somewhere. You're not doing print on demand. It's a lot more upfront cost and a lot more to figure out logistically. It is just more risky. That's the beauty of print on demand. Because they're only printing what you actually sell, you don't have to put thousands of dollars into it. You can get a shop set up just with the cost of your samples and the cost to start a website, basically. So you could do it for, you know, under $200. The next thing you need to know is that you can do custom embroidery. I think a lot of people think print on demand is literally screen printing, but you actually can do embroidery.
Embroidery really gives a premium feel, and I feel like you can charge more when you do embroidery.
So here's a custom embroidered sweatshirt that I had printed on demand. You can see it's for the Racquet Club Resort. It's got the logo in the middle and everything. And I'll show you guys how I made it. I'm using a print on demand website called Gelato for this. So we can see here, there is a crew neck sweatshirt. This one starts at $15.99, but for embroidery, it is a little bit more expensive, but still not bad. Still under $30 all in. That's really good. I like this navy color a lot. I think this would look so good with a white tennis skirt. And so this is where you can go ahead and upload your logo. I already have this Racquet Club Resort logo. I can change the thread color to anything I want without having to go in and Photoshop this again. So personally, I think white would look really good. Want to try something new? So let's do center chest. I just want to see like what that would look like. And then we'll turn it white. And you can see it's even starting to visualize how the thread is going to stitch. Okay, here's a preview. But yeah, let's go ahead and add this to the order. One nice thing, you get 50% off your first order. So if you are ordering a sample, it's a lot cheaper. It's only gonna be about $16, $17 before tax. Not bad, actually. Okay, you guys, it's here. I'm not even gonna pretend I didn't look. I already looked, but I love it. I love the navy with the white in the middle. It's gonna look so good in a white tennis skirt. We need to go take photos immediately. The embroidery looks incredible. Obsessed. I mean, I just had this made as a sample, but I'm like, should I sell it as new merch? New Racquet Club merch? Comment down below, let me know. So, let's throw it on. Like, super cute. I will be wearing this to tennis tonight.
So Gelato is actually the sponsor of this video. Thank you to them for sponsoring. They're the company that I used for this print on demand sweatshirt. I had a great experience with them, and here's a little more about them.
They have over 140 different printing partners in 32 different countries. What this means is that you can have your product made more locally, which is better for the environment, better for your shipping costs as well, and also means that you can ship worldwide.
So actually 90% of their orders are produced locally, and 90% of orders arrive to customers within 5 days.
Gelato has free editing tools. It's actually free to just go poke around on there, upload a logo, see what it would look like. There is a paid version, but you can get things made for free. Like you can really just get started for free if you want to just get a sample made and see what it looks like. They've got over 60 logistics partners, which basically just means shipping partners. They're able to ship things a little bit faster than what you typically get with print on demand. Print on demand, it does take obviously longer than the 2-day shipping a lot of people are used to, but if you're selling a custom product, people kind of know that it's gonna take a little bit longer. I found the products on Gelato are high quality. They've got Champion, they've got Bella and Canvas, and Gelato has really easy integration with e-commerce platforms. You can see on their website, you can super easily integrate with Shopify, Wix, whatever you're using to sell your product. So it's really easy to get your product on your online store and start selling.
They're also the only print-on-demand company that will let you sell custom products on Etsy, meaning each customer can do a custom order. You know, they can add their initials, their team name, whatever it is. You can have customers do this with Gelato's personalization studio. I'll have Gelato linked down below. You can try it for free and get 50% off your first purchase if you make it within 3 days of creating your account at gelato.com/Shelby.
The next thing you need to know is to be careful if you're using very small fonts, especially with embroidery. Sometimes if it's too small of a font, it just won't embroider properly. So you need to actually look at the previews and make sure it's gonna embroider correctly. On Gelato, you can see a preview. So when I first did this one, I noticed that the font for the 1952 part, it was too small. I needed to make the whole thing bigger in order for it to print properly, or else it was gonna look a little bit weird. So it is important to look at those previews and make sure that the preview looks good. Because if the preview doesn't look good, it's probably not going to print quite right. You can always adjust things, make them bigger, make it maybe a little more of a bold font. The next thing you need to know is that you do have to follow copyright infringement laws when you're doing print on demand, okay? You cannot go and put a Nike logo on a shirt and sell it. I would even stay away from celebrities or just printing anyone that you don't have the rights to using. You wanna do your own custom product. You can come up with your own designs, and you can also have AI help you for this. I think the best is when you do a little bit of a mix of both. Maybe you sketch something out in Procreate, but you have AI help you finish it off. Or you brainstorm something kind of funny, but you have AI help you out with maybe some more ideas just to flesh it out and make it a little bit better. You know, don't be afraid of AI. It actually can make things good. But just something to be mindful of. I know it's kind of common sense, but people still do it. You can't use famous brands or people on your shirts unless, you know, you want to get a cease and desist letter. But I just don't recommend even touching that, okay? Just come up with your own custom stuff. I know you can do it. The next thing you need to know is that you can use AI to help you come up with some really cool designs. I myself have done it. Here's a couple pieces of AI artwork that I created, and I'll show you guys how I did it. Okay, so if you have no idea where to start with a product design, I'm gonna show you how to do it. The goal is to come up with something that I myself would wanna wear or actually hang in my home. If I wouldn't wear it or put it in my home, then we're not making it. That should be your rule of thumb. The key with any kind of design is that you are gonna pull from what you've seen in real life. You're gonna do it subconsciously and consciously. So we need to go get inspired by things we think are cool. The best way to do it, go on Pinterest. What we're gonna do is make a mood board for a product. I'm just gonna start saving design elements that I think look cool to a Pinterest board. For example, like this looks really cool. I've created like a whole board. So I wanna make some kind of tennis art or Palm Springs mid-century looking art that I can put in my Airbnb, or maybe in my bathroom here or something. So these are some things that I've saved on my board. You can see there's a style that I really like. What we're not gonna do is outright copy these, okay? We're just gonna take a little bit of inspo from everything that we're seeing. One thing that you can do is make art with AI. This is the right way to do it. If you just go onto DALL-E and go make a tennis court, it's gonna look probably not that cool. It's not gonna look like something you'd actually hang in your home. So this is how you're gonna do it. Identify a piece of art that you like. For example, I think this motel shot is pretty cool looking. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT to describe this painting. Can you describe in bullet points the characteristics? So what it's giving me right now is the prompt that I'm gonna use to make similar AI art. We can see retro aesthetic, flat design, muted color palette. This is the easiest way to actually get the best prompt that's gonna get you art that you like. So I'm just gonna copy and paste this, copying it, and then we'll go, can you make art of a tennis court with these characteristics? Okay, so this is what it came up with. It's not there yet. I'm like, what is this stuff in the background? It's gonna take a few tries to land on something that you actually like, but this is one that I had it come up with earlier that I actually really liked. It looks kind of abstract. I actually think this one's really cool, and I would totally hang this in one of the rooms in the Palm Springs house. There's a couple ways you can go about selling art. You can sell the digital print, or you can do print on demand. So with Gelato, you can sell it printed on a poster with a frame and everything. I think that's a better way to do it personally, because then people are getting the finished product. There's no chance they're gonna print it on low quality paper, you know, and not like how it turns out. The next thing that is really important to know with print on demand is to check the shipping times. Print on demand does generally have a little bit longer lead time because it's not only shipping the products, but it is creating them too. So it does take longer than, you know, 2 days, which most people are used to. Now, if you are selling products that are completely customized, like if you're selling a sweatshirt on Etsy and you're allowing people to customize the name on it, people will expect that it's gonna take longer for the customization. But if they're buying something like this, where, you know, the customer isn't actually customizing it, you definitely wanna communicate the shipping times up front. If they really want something, they can't get it anywhere else, they're gonna be okay with waiting for it. But where people make the mistake is not communicating the shipping time. Gelato will tell you how long it's going to take for the product to get there. Don't go pretending like it's gonna take 2 or 3 days, because that's just gonna get people mad. And the last thing that you need to know about print on demand is that you can actually use print on demand to just buy products for yourself. You don't have to order massive quantities. If you just wanna customize a t-shirt and order it for yourself, you can totally do that. Where this is really nice is if you're going on like a bachelorette trip, you guys want custom sweatshirts made, you can go, if you have your own logo that you want on it already, in that case, you might as well just go on Gelato and upload your logo and make them yourself, because it's gonna be less expensive than paying an Etsy seller to do it. Like if you already have what you want on it, you can totally do that. If you just want a custom shirt for yourself, you just like want custom anything, you don't have to be going on a trip, this is a great place to do it because you can just order it for yourself. You don't have to even sell the product if you don't want to. So that's just something that people kind of forget when it comes to print on demand, and that's the beauty of it. If you just want one, like I just ordered one of these as a sample to start, you know, in case I wanted to move it around to a different spot or do like a different design. That's like something that I think is very underrated about print on demand. Like you can get anything customized. So I'm gonna be ordering quite a few more custom things, I'm sure, throughout my life, because I love getting things like custom embroidered. I think, you know, I hope that eventually they add towels and bathrobes. I would love to do some custom towels and bathrobes for the Racquet Club Resort. So those are some things I think you need to know before you get started with print on demand. I do think it can be a great business model for trying out something if you don't want to put a lot of money into it. Okay, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below if you have any questions, if you've tried this yourself and what you think, or what you want to get custom embroidered. All right, I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.